coucou YouTube. Alors, on se retrouve sur Baldur's Gate, donc là où je m'étais arrêté dans ma première partie. Et ben, on va essayer de trouver Karlach. Karlach, ma doudouce.
You've the most exquisite eyes, golden as the sands of the Caliph.
And you've a soft skull. A Gaith tentacle will have no issues pushing through it.
Is that a compliment?
No, it is a fact. Life in this Faerun is laughably weird.
Hang on, Ed.
Attends, j'ai entendu quelqu'un parler là, non? Oh, attends, il y a des gens là.
You're scaring him. You're a true soul. You can't die. Please, stay with us.
I don't think he's conscious. Can you hear us, Ed?
You, not a step closer.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Échec critique. Je peux reroll logiquement. Ouais, c'est bon.
He's hurt badly. An oil bear got him deep. If there's anything you can do.
Ah, un oursibou. Dans ma deuxième partie.
A familiar squirming churns in your head. Your minds intertwine. You see his siblings, Andric and Brenna, new recruits, yours to shepherd.
Protect them. He is a true soul. Mind him. He will. He.
Edwin! Ed! Please!
He's with the Absolute now. You're a true soul. Edwin, our brother, he was chosen. Like you. Do you have orders for us? We were reporting to Edwin.
What? The Absolute is our goddess. She's going to rip down the old world order, start a new one. Then we'll be the ones with the power. Well, you will firstly, True Soul. You don't need me to explain that.
A true soul, like you, has been chosen by the Absolute. You speak with her voice, and when the time comes, the true souls, you, will rule.
I will serve at no ruler's side but my queen's.
We know that all too well, sir, but the Absolute sent us here.
We're looking for fugitives, survivors from that ship that crashed farther west of here. We don't know what they look like, but anyone who survived that crash is bound to be injured. That's enough to get us started. The Absolute wants them found. At any cost. What? And just leave Ed? I suppose he'd want us to go on. Find a way to honor his sacrifice.
May the Absolute guide us.
Attends, du coup, ils vont quand même chercher l'ours? C'est ça le délire?
Soul? Absolute? What did they mean?
Non mais on sait ce que c'est les âmes éveillées, putain, on vient de la putain de...
The Absolute, whatever that is.
On sait ce que c'est une âme éveillée. À mon avis, on était peut-être censé faire ça avant d'aller chez les gobelins. Donc, je vais essayer de retrouver une voie vers le nord parce que Karlach est censé être là. Donc, faut que je trouve un moyen Ben, d'aller au nord, parce que là, c'est là où j'ai trouvé le chien. Je sais que c'est un cul-de-sac. Ah non, il est verrouillé. En plus, j'ai peur que ça énerve un peu les gobelins qui sont encore là. Oh, attends, il se passe quoi ici?
What have we got here? Oh, stop this thing!
The goblin seems unsure whether to bow to you or attack.
What do you want? Oh, I mean, what do you need? You are blessed, ain't ya? A true soul?
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Pardon, sir. Didn't mean to doubt you. I know my place. Well, that's that. We'll be on our way. Do as you like with the pipsqueak.
The goblins slink backwards, afraid to take their eyes off you.
All right, come on, you lot. Hop it! Before he changes his mind. Nothing to eat. All right, then. Fresh meats. Scared meats. Yes.
Il doit y avoir un mécanisme quelque part, j'imagine. Ah bah oui, il est là.
What are you waiting for?
Salut.
Cut me loose! Bagakabara. Those pustulant thugs. Well, get on with it.
C'est quoi?
I'm a deep gnome, you're a drow. You helped me, now you plan to enslave me.
Non.
What then? My own fault, really. I should have dropped my pack and outrun those bastards. Alas. Take my pack, if you can find it. The only reason those goblins caught me was its weight. I'll travel lightly from now on.
Il a parlé d'un sac. Il serait où? Qu'est-ce qu'ils font comme bruit quand ils montent? Qu'est-ce qu'ils font comme bruit quand ils montent à l'échelle? Ah, du coup... Oh non! Ah, c'est un mouton. Ok, je m'en fous. Si c'était un chien, par contre, j'aurais pété des câbles. Ouais, donc... là, au nord, il y avait quoi? Ah, il y a le pont cassé, merde. Je sais pas du tout comment je vais faire. Parce qu'en fait, je vois que ça. Il y a peut-être l'Aisel qui peut sauter, nous téléporter, j'en sais rien. Parce que là, on est d'accord que ce pont est toujours cassé. Mais je vois pas d'autre route. Là, c'est fermé, je sais pas ce qu'il y a dedans, mais je sais que c'est pas une Ah bah là, les ailes et il y a Will qui peuvent sauter. Donc je verrai ça à ce moment-là du coup. C'est ici qu'il y avait le sanglier là, d'Astarion la dernière fois.
My, what manner of place is this?
Salut.
A path to redemption? Or a road to damnation?
Qu'est-ce que tu veux?
Hard to say, for your journey is just beginning.
Uh-huh.
What would suit the occasion? The words to a lullaby, perhaps. The
Qu'est-ce que
mouse
tu bats?
smiled brightly. It outfoxed the cat. Then down came the claw. And that, love, was that. They do know how to write them in Cormier, don't they? Well met, I am Raphael.
Salut, j'adore ce prénom, je l'ai toujours dit, mais qu'est-ce que tu veux?
Charmed, I'm sure, in more ways than one. We should have a chat, you and I, but not here. This quaint little scene is decidedly too middle of nowhere for my tastes.
Ok, qu'est-ce que tu proposes? Ah!
There, middle of somewhere. The house of hope, where the tired come to rest and the famished come to feed lavishly. Go on, partake, enjoy your supper. After all, it might just be your last.
Je te demande pardon.
Are you not entertained?
Non, je veux juste savoir ce
Far
qui
be
se
it
passe.
from me to disappoint.
Ah oui, forcément.
What's better than a devil you don't know? A devil you do. Am I a friend? Potentially. An adversary? Conceivably. But a savior? That's for certain.
Mais du coup, pourquoi le déguisement, ça servait à quoi? Ouais, viens-en au fait, s'il te plaît.
Oh, a mere trifle. How dear is one's soul, really? A rhetorical question, of course, but let me venture an answer. It's worth very little with a tadpole in your head.
Donc tu
One
veux quoi?
skull, two tenants, and no solution in sight. I could fix it all like that.
Non.
What is madness but a denial of reality? Still, I have a feeling you'll change your mind before it's changed for you. Try to cure yourself. Shop around. Beg, borrow, and steal. Exhaust every possibility until none are left. And when hope has been whittled down to the very marrow of despair, that's when you'll come knocking on my door.
Bah écoute, d'accord, je veux bien, mais non, là, se faire kidnapper, j'aime pas.
I'll be around, watching you squirm like a tadpole.
Tu pourrais pas me téléporter de l'autre côté du pont par hasard? Ce serait cool.
Pretty little symptoms. Sundering skin, dissolving guts. They haven't manifested yet, have they? One might say you're a paragon of luck. I'll be there when it runs out.
Something over there.
Quoi?
Don't fancy getting my hands dirty. I need a shovel.
J'avais pas acheté une pelle, ou alors c'était dans ma partie d'avant? Et merde. C'est con, pourquoi je me suis téléporté là?
Down with you. Time to strike.
Ouais, je crois qu'on va pas continuer comme ça. Je crois qu'on va juste dire non et puis voilà. Donc attends. Ah, par là, c'est pour aller au camp. Ok, donc pas par là. Ouais, puis j'ai la flemme d'aller sauver l'autre, là, tant pis. Le pont, il est là.
That well met. We come. There, middle of some that go. It might call it. What's? Am I a friend? Potentially. And it's one I could fix it all, like that. And with hope.
Ok, bon, bah du coup, je vais retourner au seul autre shop que je connais, c'est-à-dire au bosquet d'émeraude, parce que je passe toute ma vie là-bas. Ou plutôt, comme je viens de le souligner, c'est là où il y a le seul marchand que je connais.
I hardly believe in love at all. Oh. But I do believe in carnal pleasure.
Oh, je crois pas en l'amour. Oh. Par contre, je crois au cul. Ah. Ah bah elle est là, elle. Qu'est-ce que tu branles là?
Peace. Enjoy it while it lasts.
Ok, ben écoute, va te faire foutre aussi, hein. Qu'est-ce que tu veux que je te dise?
It'll take a while for us all to recover, but you've helped us take the first, of course.
Une pelle,
May you
parfait.
keep that.
Quoique, je vais peut-être vendre des trucs en
It'll take
vrai.
a while, of course.
J'ai plus beaucoup de place. Ça c'est quoi? Sac de provisions, je garde. Bombe, je vais pas m'en servir. Tasse, je m'en bats les couilles. Ok, c'est
May you
good.
keep.
Bon, maintenant on retourne au village dévasté.
I wonder what people will say when they find out the monster hunter is becoming a monster.
I've faced countless perils and conquered them all. This will be no different.
I've always had a soft spot for the confident ones. They always disappoint there.
Ben voyons. Ben alors Will, ça discute avec ces damoiselles? Hum, hum, hum.
Where am I needed? And I'm off.
The blade of frontiers, hmm? Do you always need to be the center of attention?
Anything but. I don't fight to be flattered, Lae'zel. I fight to save lives.
Let's get going. Can't slow down. Something
I saw you training
tore right
those children.
through these people.
He was so gentle.
Feast reeks of brimstone and offal. Every breath you hear what comes next before you see. The sharp snapping of bones and a yelp of pain as her body starts to twist and undulate. You watch with cold realization. This isn't the end of one life. but the start of another. Gnolls, vicious, monstrous humanoids can spawn from the corpses of dying hyenas. You land a swift strike against her skull. She yelps, then goes still. As the life fades from her eyes, the gnoll within her dies too, stillborn.
This won't be quick. That hyena's run off for help.
Taking position.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
What should I do? On I go. My faith will protect me. Swift and lethal.
One horn. The stink of Avernus. Advocatus Diaboli.
Well, I'll be God's damned. The Blade of Frontiers. Thought I'd shaken you for good. That'll teach me to underestimate you. bloody right. An honor to be chased by the Blade of Frontiers, but I...
A great heat roars through you. Her heat, fiery as the hells. Then you're lost in visions of demonic armies as you tear through a landscape of fire and blood. The Blood War. You saw it from above as the Nautiloid passed through Avernus. This woman was on the front line.
What was that?
Evidence. Proof that you're a devil. A gladiator in the archdevil Zariel's army.
I can explain, but it's a whole situation. If you just hear me out...
Another vision. Karlach's blade raised, slicing through devils, Zariel's servants, as her eyes dart around, seeking escape. Her rage and desperation seep into you. She is a victim of the Blood War, not an agent of it.
She's trying to trick us. Don't believe her lies.
You saw the truth. I never wanted to serve Zariel. I was enlisted in her army against my will. Forced to fight, and fight I did. When I saw an opportunity to get away, I took it. Finally home. Or near it, anyway.
You served her. That's enough to damn you.
Will catches his breath and his lips straighten. Sheer dread twists his face.
You don't know what you're saying. You're asking me to trust a devil.
You know monsters, right? Better than anyone. Look into my eyes. Can't you see I'm not what you think?
Shit. You really are no devil, are you? I've been deceived.
Oh, thank the gods. Thought I was gonna have to take your head.
You would have died in the attempt. But there have been enough threats today.
Truce then, eh?
Aye. Truce.
I'm Karlach, but you already knew that. And you are... Well met, soldier. Nice to meet a friendly around here. It's been tough going so far. I may not be a devil, but I can put the Blade's reputation to work. How would you feel about helping me kill some evil bastards? Little background, if your moral compass needs something to point at. You already know I fought in the Blood War. I was good. Really good. It turns out I've got a knack for killing demons. That made me a valuable asset. Zariel, the archdevil herself, made me as her personal attack dog. I played along until I could get the fuck out of there. But devils don't like to lose their assets. Zariel liked it so little. She sent a bunch of goons, so-called paladins of Tyr, to take me back. Problem is, I'm not going. Don't worry, I'll lead the charge. But I could use your help. There's a lot of them and only one of me. After that, we can team up. Take Faerun by the short hairs. Sound good? Fuck yes! They cornered me outside the toll house just up the hill. Doubt they've gone far after the scorching I gave them. Hang on though. Looks like you've got enough backup at your side. Not sure there's room for me. I'll catch up with you when it's time to camp for now. But don't get to any of the fun stuff without me. Got it?
Whatever killed those gnolls might be nearby. Careful.
You've been witness to a pantomime, I'm sorry to say. And I've played my part all too poorly. I can say only this. Karlach's not the only one who's had a villain's knife held to their throats.
What's that supposed to mean?
The truth will out before you know it. One night soon, when we make camp, the veil will be lifted, and I'll pay my penance. You're not in any danger, I promise. I can't say the same about me.
Karlach's got the brawn of a warrior and the wiles of a survivor. Best of all, she speaks her mind plainly and fully. Show her due respect. Chook, you believe you can survive. As you say, do
I thought we were going to see some real sparks fly between Will and Karlach. It's almost a pity things ended so amicably. Seeing those two duke it out would be fun. What's to tell? I was sired by a vampire named Cazador. Everything before that is so long ago it's ancient history. And everything that came after, well, I'd rather not reflect on it. I was attacked. A gang of vagrants, a tribe of wandering Gur, took issue with a ruling I'd made. They beat me to death's door when Cazador appeared. He chased them off and offered to save me, to give me eternal life. Given that my choices were eternal life or bleed to death on the street, I took him up on the offer. It was only afterwards I realized just how long eternity could be. I've already apologized. What more do you want? Unless you're looking for another nibble. Maybe. But there won't be any more midnight surprises. I can promise you that. Darling, I thought you'd never ask. Lead on.
The Blade of Frontiers at your calling. He brings to mind a story. The Devil with the Silver Tongue. An old fairy tale my father read to me. The kind with a hero, a villain, and a moral. A farmer made a deal with the devil, so the story goes. In exchange for the farmer's dearest fruit, the devil granted him a bottomless coin purse. The farmer's dearest fruit, naturally, was no apple nor peach, but his beloved daughter. We can learn a lot from fairy tales, don't you think? He'll require of you only what you're least ready to part with, and then require more still. You might think you'd give up anything for a cure, but the devil won't take just anything. He'll take everything. Are you sure? The blade stands at the ready. And just when things were warming up.
Freya? Funny you should ask. I was just thinking about what would have become of us without that Nautiloid. I mean, I know where I'd be. Trapped in Avernus still, with the Blade of Frontiers on my tail. But what about you? I can picture you getting mixed up in some outrageous shit. Giants, beholders, Thayans, the works. Maybe once we've wrapped up the current shenanigans, we'll rest a bit and find some new heap of troubles to throw ourselves at. Hey, soldier. Hell yes.
What now?
Entre du as. Action bonus. Ok. Je vais lui donner ça à elle aussi, tiens. Voilà. Ben, maintenant ce qu'on fait, c'est qu'on retourne là où on était tout à l'heure.
What's so funny? You haven't got some
Salut.
all right, just give us enough without your
Keep that beast away from us, you hear?
Me, the beast? Now that's fucking rich.
Should mind my step.
I'd give it a bloody good fight, that's for sure.
Only thing you give a dragon is bad gas.
Ok, là, y a rien. Bonjour.
Please, no more. Leave us in peace, and we shall leave you in kind.
Cut the crap, Anders. I know what you are.
Don't let her hurt us. Please, we just want to go home.
There's something in the squint of his eye. You suspect he's lying.
Enough. Enough. I'll not play pretend anymore. Karlak, you're going home in pieces if needs must. And you'll soon learn what it means to ally yourself with the likes of this garbage.
Avernus was never my home. It was my prison. I'm free now. And I'm never going back!
Allez, dis-lui, cocotte. On va les défoncer, ces enfoirés.
What's this? Covered.
Can't afford to let up. Have to keep going.
Ok, alors toi, tu vas te détendre, s'il te plaît.
Now this is my happy place.
Paf!
Let's turn someone inside out.
Allez, ben, on va le faire, si tu veux. Voilà.
Fuck them. Fuck Zariel. I won't go back. I'm never going back. And if any of Mummy's little friends want to pick up where the others left off, they'll find nothing but a pile of ash. That's right, she won't. She can't. She couldn't even lay a finger.
Respire, cocotte, respire. Ouais, où est-ce qu'elle va? Vaut mieux qu'on sorte. Ouais, on va ressortir, hein. Ok, bon, elle a l'air de s'être calmée. Ok, maintenant, c'est quoi le prochain objectif, en vrai? Ah, c'est ça.
Goblins are such vile little parasites.
Given your own nature, are you really the one to judge?
LOL. Bah écoute, je vais terminer cette journée.
Hellsfire. She's coming.
Oh.
Well, you've been naughty. And you know what happens when you're naughty.
God's damn it. Anyone but her.
Well, you absolute stinker. You kept me a secret? Time to let the Hellcat out of the bag. Call me Mizora. I'm Will's patron, the fount of his power. My pet's been unruly, and his leash needs a yank. We had a deal, Will. But Karlak's still breathing.
I've taken more pleasant shits than you, Mizora. And at least those can be buried after.
That's no kind of talk for a lady. By the way, Karlak, Zariel sends her regards.
You told me! Devils only! She's a tiefling, not a monster!
How precious. The little pupster's found his bark.
Clause G, Section 9. Target shall be limited to the infernal, the demonic, the heartless, and the soulless.
Karlak meets the criteria, pet. Trust me on this.
Donc en gros, tu veux quoi?
Oh yes. Thanks for the reminder.
Will burns in the fires of Avernus. The lightning storms of Dis strike his flesh. His soul passes through each layer of the hells, gaining their essence and their torment.
Ah bah... Ok.
That's better.
What the hells have you done?
A promise broken, a price paid. You know the terms.
Get used to the new form, pet. There's no going back. Some magic even I can't undo. Now, let's see how the frontiers fare without their precious blade.
Karlach, keep an eye on him, would you? I'll be keeping mine on you.
Oh, and Will, don't forget, our pact still stands. Ta-ta.
Bon bah c'était épicé tout ça.
I'll be honest, soldier. I'm reeling. Will hardly knows me, but he chose my life over his. Been a long time since someone stuck their neck out for me like that.
Je vois ce que tu veux dire, ouais.
Gobsmacked, really. But grateful. Really grateful. I could learn a thing or two from a man like that. Hopefully we won't turn into mind flayers first.
C'est vrai que ce serait dommage. Par contre là, il commence vraiment à se faire tard.
God's damn her straight back to the hells. Just look at me. I did what was right, and Mazora made me pay for it. I'd be hunting devils and demons, she said. Traitors and hypocrites, heartless evils of all sorts, but not Zariel's victims. Not innocent tieflings.
Warlock pacts tend to be unforgiving from what you know of them. Will was lucky he didn't face a more severe punishment.
I'll say what I can, but it won't be enough. It's Mazora who grants me the power to conjure armor and cast eldritch blasts.
Oui, du coup ça, oui.
Before I was infected, I could even call hell beasts and summon festering clouds. But I promise you, every thrust of my blade and every flame I sparked was for the good of the coast.
Ouais, ben le temps file mon coco, alors je pense que je vais juste aller me coucher. Et encore même pas, vu que des fois il se passe des trucs pendant la nuit. Donc je vais m'arrêter là et puis je me coucherai au prochain épisode. Allez, salut!